Hi, I am Harsharan and this is English Grammar Lesson series of tenses. As you know, a tense is a verb form that indicates time and state of an action. Tense has three types: present, past and future. Further, each type has four types. Today we will talk about simple present tense, which is a type of present tense. Here we look at its structure, different forms, how to give short answers, spelling rules, contractions used in it, its usage with number of examples, and practice exercises. Let's begin. Simple present tense is the most basic tense in English. It is called simple because its basic form consists of a single word like write or writes. Simple present tense is also known as present simple or present indefinite tense. Its structure is subject plus verb. Example is I work. You can complete the sentence as I work in London. This tense has different forms. First is positive. This is also known as affirmative. Examples are I eat. You can say after me for practice. You eat. We eat. He eats. She eats. Or it eats. Second is negative form. In this form, we add not, and examples are I do not eat, we do not eat, they do not eat, she does not eat, it does not eat. And third is interrogative form. In this form, we bring do or does in the first place, and the examples are do you eat? Do they eat? Does she eat? Does it eat? Its next form is information questions. Here we add question words before the interrogative form. Examples are what does he eat? Where do they eat? Or when do you eat? When yes or no questions are asked in simple present tense, we are not supposed to repeat the full statement of the question in the answer, nor can we simply say yes or no. Rather, we have to answer them in short like this. For the question, does he live in Paris? Answer is yes, he does, or no, he doesn't. And for the question, do they work in your office? Answer is yes, they do, or no, they don't. There are some spelling rules for verbs for he, she, it, and singular nouns in this tense. With most of the verbs, we add s. For example, live becomes lives, sit, sits, stay, stays, with simply addition of s in the end. In verbs ending in consonants plus y, we drop its y and add ies. Let me remind you what a consonant is. In English alphabets, there are consonants and vowels. Vowels are 5 in number, that is A, E, I, O and U. The remaining alphabets are consonants. Examples of this spelling rule are try becomes tries and carry becomes carries. In verbs ending with S, Z, CH or X, we add ES in the end. For example, miss becomes misses, catch, catches, fix, fixes. There are some exceptions like go becomes goes and do becomes does. Contractions are short forms or squeezed forms. For example, do not becomes don't. Here, two words do and not are put together and O of not is replaced by an apostrophe. Similarly, other contractions are does not becomes doesn't, is not isn't, are not aren't, you are your, and I am. Let's have a look at usage of this tense. Number 1, this tense is used for habits and routines. For example, Uncle Sam smokes cigars. This is a habit. Example of routine is I always walk to school. In such sentences, words like usually, generally, rarely, sometimes, on Sundays, etc. are used. Its second use is for general or universal truths. For example, the earth revolves around the sun. This is a universal truth and here simple present tense is used. Another example is water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Next use of this tense is for instructions and directions. Example of instructions is open the packet and pour the contents into hot water. When we have to reach somewhere and someone tells us about the directions, simple present tense is used. For example, you take the bus number 6 to Watney and then bus number 10 to Bedford. Next use of this tense is in running commentaries. You must have heard commentators saying sentences like this. Virat calls the player at the non-striker end to take a run, which is in simple present tense. By now, you might be familiar with simple present tense, its different forms, and when to use it. Let's do some practice exercises. In this exercise, there are some mistakes in the sentences and you have to correct them. I'll discuss some of these. Number 1, make hay while the sun is shining. Yes, you can find the mistake easily here. The correct sentence is make hay while the sun shines. Number 6, the message says the earth revolved around the sun. Here, it is a universal truth and it should be in simple present tense. And the correct sentence is the message says the earth revolves around the sun. Number 8. The word huge is meaning very big. Its correct form is the word huge means very big. Now, pause the video and correct the remaining sentences. Then match your answers with the answers given ahead. These are the answers. Next exercise. Here, you have to change the forms of the sentences. First, change into negative form. Number 3. You like tomato soup. Here, we will add do not to the sentence and the negative form is you do not like tomato soup. Next, change into interrogative form. Number 1. He plays cricket once a week. Here, we will start the sentence with does and the interrogative form is does he play cricket once a week? Question mark. Change the forms of the remaining sentences by pausing the video and match your answers here. In case of any query, you are welcome and you can ask in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon with a new lesson. Bye.